Hey guys, Flavien here, dedicated buyer for ATL JDM here in Japan, and we are with really beautiful fuel injected 1996 1275cc Rover Mini. And this one was like recently, probably fairly recently, I wouldn't say like super recently, like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, repainted, and on the contrary to how it is usually, like the paint and everything was actually pretty well done. Usually in Japan, like paint work is not exactly great, and that's definitely not the case here. That was like a pretty good job. So we will look a little bit to this very nice car in detail. So first, let's go with the cosmetic issues. The first one that you can see is that it did back up. It's been backed up once into a little pole here. And really there's not gonna be much else to talk about cosmetically wise. There's like one little rust point there, which is a bit annoying because you have to remove the joints to fix it. But that's pretty much it. You can see the little bit of overspray at some places when the car was repainted. But for Japanese restoration, I'm not trying to badmouth Japanese work, but it's not usually up to par with what we see outside of Japan. And for Japanese restoration, it's actually pretty good. It could use a little bit of polish. You can see like a little bit, maybe on the camera, a little bit of orange peeling, but it's really something that can be just polished out, and really nothing very important. This car does come with SSR wheels. I think these ones are Mark II. Maybe just correct me if I'm wrong if you know about that. Those are actually those wheels alone here are worth like about $1,000 for the set, which for 10-inch wheels it's a lot, and they are in super good condition. Also, the advantage of those wheels is that it's nearly impossible to curb them. I mean, if you go like this, you can't even see the rim in there. So they are all the time in very good condition. Comes with Advance 032R, which is a go-to tire for Mini. I think they only come out in 10 and 12 inches. It does have the old Morris Cooper badge, which does fit pretty well with the British Racing Green. And just overall, like very good condition. So I'm a bit of a Mini nerd myself. I've owned like several ones, and I do know them pretty well. And yes, like this one is definitely among the very nice ones. Here you see that normally you have like something here to open the that's because we've carbureted cars before, you just like switch it here and it opens the trunk. But from 1990, I think it's starting in 1993, with the very first fuel injected ones, this was gone, and it now opens from inside the car like normal car. Basically, it stops opening from outside up. Like a bit hot in there. Engine was running just now. It does run really well. I don't think it's really been tuned or anything, so it does have very British looking covers that would imply that it's been prepped a little bit. I'm not sure, honestly. It seems like normal speed. I think they are like around like 60 something horsepower, 64 horsepower in stock form for the fuel injected ones. I do personally have a little preference for carbureted ones, especially those with Weber carburetor. But yeah, it's I'm not gonna be picky. they are like still pretty good with SPI fuel injection, so that's single port injection. Later on we had like MPI, multi-port injection, and yeah, definitely very fun and enjoyable. Let's go a little bit with the inside now. Motorita steering wheel, very typical mod like decoration on Minis, at least in Japan. It does have a backup camera on that carrosseria radio, which is, I mean, it is a Mini. I'm not sure it's really needed to have a backup camera on a Mini, but you know, still has it. Then we go with, of course, here you can see it under air conditioning, which, well, let's be fair, in Japan it is definitely required. Definitely required. Here you've got indication for oil change. That's the last one that was done, maybe like by the owner or previous owner or something. Everything was like done at the shop here, so it's had like, yeah, like all the fluid have been changed basically. Just the typical maintenance, whatever it might need before leaving. I think that's the fuel cap. They were saying that the fuel cap was changed. The fuel cap changed. Let me just check quickly. Maybe it was leaking a little bit. It does look like pretty used. There's like one cap somewhere that has been changed, like a little things that are just needed when you get it, when you get the car. You know, sometimes like these little things, and we do it here before it ships out. Up here, typical rust spots right there on JDM car. So let me just check if was this one imported or was it sold brand new? I think it was sold brand new here. Usually you do know when you look at the VIN number of the car. Oh, actually it was a private import. You can see that it still retains its original chassis number. And Japanese ones, those that were sold brand new by Rover, are actually, how can I say? They are, they have a different chassis number that start with 99X. Even though it retains, it's written in a couple places, it retains its original number, but it's revinned when it arrives in Japan. So this is not the case here, which would mean that whatever modes were done by this Speedwell performance conversion, none of it might have been like done over there. Maybe it's just not like not just a little cover right there. It does move pretty well. We will see. We will see when we go for a test drive. You will see it does have like a fairly typical like a little crack in second gear with the synchro. It's nothing too bad, but you know, something that you will have to do at some point. Whoever owns it, it's common with Minis, unfortunately. So that's just something to keep in mind. Other than that, it does have like some. They are not branded Cobras, but they are definitely looking like the typical Cobra seat, and a nice seat in the back. A little bit. You know, something was glued in there, not sure why, and just to protect people from sliding in and out, to protect the seat from when you slide in and out. And currently it has 76,357 kilometers. This is the door panel with the speakers that have been incorporated in there. And I guess we are gonna go for a test drive. Alright guys, test drive. Alright, up. Let's start this one. Air conditioning will be nice to have. Up. Nice and cold. It is a little hot in the car. I'm parked under the sun like that for a little while. Very typical Mini, anything but comfortable. I'm not gonna have to admit that it's not super comfortable. It's fun, just if you want comfort, do not get the Mini. That's my point. do miss. I do not own a Mini right now. I haven't owned one for like maybe 3 years, and I'm kind of missing it. Just driving this one again. And every time I drive a Mini, I'm regretting my selling mine. The last one I had was a 998 cc carbureted one with a Weber carburetor, a DCOE 40, and it was pretty quick and absolutely bulletproof. Like I would drive that thing at like 140, 150 kilometers, well even 160 actually. I drove it in the US with Quarks, like back when last time I visited, and it was just really enjoyable, like full throttling at 100 miles per hour in a 1 liter Mini. Suspensions are really good. Those are fun. Those are so fun. It does move pretty well. Definitely it is moving better than usual. Normally they just don't. Yeah, not as quick as that usually. So might have done like a little bit of tuning back in the UK before it was exported. So where's how do I adjust the volume in there?
曇ってますけれどもね、今日の京阪神は雲の多い天気で推移しまして、ところによって時間によってにわか雨あるかもしれません。外出には折りたたみの傘があると安心です。また近畿の北部にお住まいの方。
Turn off the sound. Yeah, air conditioning is very enjoyable. So it is not something usually that UK cars had. It is possible that this one, when it was ordered like brand new, because it was built. It's first registered in 1996, but I can see that it was also built in 1996 because the truck, you can have the date on the truck, and so definitely a 1996 car. So it might have just been bought brand new. With air conditioning spec and everything for Japan, with the intent of shipping it back to Japan and prepped in the UK before shipping out. But usually, as I said, if it had been a normal JDM one, it would not have that VIN. It would be like a 99X VIN. But other than that, there's not much to say really. The whole thing, what is that? I'm not sure what. Ah, that's a magnet for the phone. Whoever had it, like had slightly magnetized. Yes, it's holding. It will not hold the bump really well, but at least it's still holding a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately we are in JDM traffic, which is not not great. But one good thing that you can see well, you can probably cannot see it, but one thing that Minis suffer are head gasket failure, and I'm happy to report that this one does not have any head gasket issues. It's not overheating. Usually in traffic you will quickly see the temperature raise. They do not like traffic when they have like any kind of head gasket issues, and it's definitely not the case here. Yeah, I'm really sorry about the drive. It's not going to be like very interesting, but so much traffic that yeah, not too fun. Sorry about that, but at least you do get to see the car a little bit. I've got the ashtray here. Might have been used like long ago, but and definitely no smell of any kind. Can't go anywhere else. Yeah, no. Yeah, right, guys. It's already 8 minutes, and it's gonna be just like bad traffic all morning. That's why like those videos like do take a really long time to do. I have like 5 cars theoretically to take care of to take care of for 4 parts, and I'm gonna be struggling to do them all today. But well, I'm gonna end it up here. It's like useless to keep going, really. It's just like so much traffic today. I'm not sure why. It's really annoying. If you have any question, let us know in the comment, and well, until next time, bye bye.